Namaste yogis. I'm here with you today with a short little mini sequence just to get everything moving, just a little bit of fun, a little bit of playfulness. So let's step onto the mat. I'm going to start standing and just have your feet about hip width apart, and we can just start to do a little bit of sort of gentle shaking, loosening out, not jumping up and down, just softening through the knees, letting my arms jangle, head relax. You can do a little swaying of the hips if that feels good. You can freestyle a little bit. You can speed it up, slow it down. You could do one leg at a time. So just shaking off. It's a really good sort of way of starting a practice, loosening the sort of awareness within the muscles, letting go of any inhibitions. Really doesn't matter what you look like. Okay, just enjoy moving. Okay, shaking out just a few more seconds. And then start to slow it down, coming back gradually into your Tadasana position. And just pause for a moment. You can close the eyes or just soften the gaze. And just take a moment to find the breath. Just gently breathing in and out. Connecting to your conscious breathing. Again, acknowledging in this space as well how you feel inside and out without judgment. Yeah, when you breathe out the next time, let's blink the eyes open if they've been closed. I'm going to move our feet, spread our feet so they're a comfortable distance apart, turning the toes at a 10 to 2 position. Don't go super wide for this one. We're going to move through a goddess pose or temple pose, just to work into the hips and legs a little bit. So once you've turned your feet into that 10 to 2 position, make sure your knees then track towards the toes. So we don't want them to collapse in. And ideally, don't want the bottom to stick out and the chest to come forward. We want to be a little bit more upright. So there's some buoyancy here. And we'll work these hips and adductor muscles and all those other little juicy bits around the hips. So slowly palms on the thighs or hands on hips, whatever you prefer. And we're just settling into this shape, finding that, and then using the breath, we're going to put a movement in. So as I start to breathe in, I'm going to sweep my arms out wide and up and straighten the legs, and my fingertips are pointing up towards the sky. And as I exhale, I'm sinking back into my goddess pose, relaxing the arms back down. And we'll just keep that going, breathing in, just nice and fluid. Oiling the joints, exhale. Down. You might find through the repetition that you might move a little more into the shape, maybe descending the hips down a little bit more as you wake up the muscles. We don't go too fast, don't want to go too slow. It's just that nice consistent yogic breath in and out. So sweeping the arms out wide as you breathe in and up, and then exhale. Wide and down. And we can add a little bit more. So as well as sweeping the arms up, straighten the legs, we begin to lift the heels. So there's a little bit more balance here, and then exhale, pop the heels back down. So if you feel you're a little bit too wide, just bring the feet slightly in. So we're lifting up onto the ball of the foot, really activating, squeezing the glutes to do that. Exhale, letting the heels descend. A couple more times like that. Lifting the heels, straighten the legs, arms extend upwards. Exhale, lowering the heels, bending the knees, arms come down. And again, inhale, reaching up, lifting the heels. They may not lift far, that's fine. And then exhale, down. And you can continue doing that, or you might want to add this next variation. You lift the heels as you come up, and you keep the heels lifted as you come down. So you inhale, heels lifted, exhale, heels still lifted. Try and fixing your focus to help you with your balance. A couple more like this. Squeeze those inner thighs together to come up. Exhale, lowering down. Really working those leg muscles. Inhale, last one. Exhale, release, come down. Good. Going to keep this temple pose going. Maybe just sort of sashay the hips a little bit from side to side for a moment, just to wiggle that out. And I'm going to make it into a twist, so we can sink a little bit deeper. Palms resting on the thighs. And I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to try and take my right shoulder towards my left knee. I'm pushing against that right inner thigh, but maintaining this sort of temple pose shape in my hips. Now breathe in, come back to center, and then I twist the opposite way as I breathe out. So inhaling center, exhale, find that rotation. Try not to lift up out of the hips as you breathe in, staying low in that squat position. Breathing out a couple more times each side. So you exhale to rotate, inhale center, exhale to twist, inhale center. And again, exhale when you're ready, twisting, breathing into the center, and then exhale, breathing into the center. This time, pause there, and as you're ready to breathe out, straighten the legs for a moment, wiggle the hips. Let's keep the feet where they are. We're going to move a little bit more into this sort of goddess position. Retract the knees towards the toes, sinking down now a little bit more. It might feel a little easier to access. And I'm going to put my right palm onto my thigh and then sweep the right arm up as I breathe in. And I'm going to exhale over towards the left, opening up the right side. You could move a little further, rest your forearm on that thigh. Keep that sort of frame within the legs. Turn the chest a little bit more to the ceiling. Really push out through the right fingertips, keeping that nice sort of openness through the hips. Breathing in and breathing out just to maintain the effort. Wonderful, good. Inhale, sweep yourself up. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Let's do that on the other side. So you can start with the right palm on the thigh. Breathe in, left arm goes up. Exhale, reach over to the right. Keep that frame within the legs. You could go deeper with the forearm on the opposite thigh, on the same thigh, and reach through that left arm. Turn the chest a little bit more so you can feel the side opening sensation. Breathing in, breathing out. So maintaining the effort with the breath. And then slowly inhale. When you're ready, pull yourself back up. Exhale, lower the arms. Let's straighten out those legs. Heel toe the feet together. Give the legs a little bit of a shake out. Well done. Good. Slowly, let's come down to the mat. So you can bend the knees, pop the knees on the floor, sweep the legs around. And we'll come to lie down just for a moment. Just get that connection of the spine with the earth. We'll sweep the arms up and overhead if that's comfortable. If not, soften the arms a little bit to do that. And just get a little bit of length through the front and back of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe out the next time, bring the arms back alongside the body. I'm going to bring the right thigh in towards the chest. Just gently squeezing thigh to belly, shoulders relaxed to do that. You can always hold the back of the knee if that feels better for the knee joint. And then we'll extend that right leg. Feel free to support the leg if you wish. Just point and flex a little bit through that right foot. Do some ankle rotations there to work on into ankle to knee pose. So before I put my ankle onto the opposite knee, I'm going to turn the whole of that right leg right into its hip joint. So I'm already in a good position with the external rotation. Then that right knee can bend, and then my right foot can just rest on the left thigh. The right foot stays flexed, makes it nicer for the knee and the hip. Okay, you can hang out here, or you can bring that left thigh towards you. You could hold around the back of the thigh. You might feel happier holding onto the shin. And encourage that right knee to move away from your face as you bring the right heel towards your face. So we don't want this sort of collapsing inwards. We want to open up into that right hip a little bit. You know, the more time you have, you know, the better that this movement is. But just take a couple of breaths. Active here. Remember, we're breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe out the next time, release your grip. Lower that left foot back to the floor. We're retracing our steps. We're going to straighten that right leg. Push the heel to the ceiling, toes to the face. And then exhale, bend that right knee. Draw the thigh in towards the chest. And then release that right foot back to the floor. Let's do that on the other side. So just recenter, realign. We'll bring the left thigh in towards the chest. Just get a little bit of sort of release around the back of the thigh, maybe into the groin area as well. And then we can begin to extend that left leg. Remember, if it helps, by all means, hold the leg. Point and flex a little bit, just waking up, just preparing for ankle to knee on this side. Maybe a rotation in the ankle joint. Good. And then think about turning the whole of the leg. So we're already getting that external rotation in that left hip joint. Then the left knee bends. Then the ankle will come to the knee. So we want that knee, now the left knee, to move away from the face, even though we will be drawing the right thigh towards us. Some of you might be happier keeping the foot down, obviously. If you are drawing that thigh in towards you, try and actively push with the muscles that left knee away from your body. Keep that left foot flexed. Again, you can always hold on to the knee or the shin. That feels better. You could always use a yoga strap here as well. And hold with the breath. Okay, it's a posture that really, it's much better if we have a little bit longer to play with, but we're just taking a couple of breaths in this short little sequence today. And when you're ready to breathe out, we retrace our steps, we release that right foot to the floor. We can extend that left leg back up towards the ceiling. Push the heel there. And then slowly soften the knee, bring that thigh in towards the chest. And then release, bring that foot back to the floor. And you can just wiggle the hips a little bit, maybe sway the knees, just ease out. One more little hip movement for us today. And we'll do the half version. It's half happy baby. So I'm keeping my left knee bent. I'm going back to that right side. So this time I want my right thigh to move away from my chest, from my belly. So the knee's moving more to the right side of my rib cage. And then my right arm's coming on the inside of my right knee. I'm holding, you could hold on the inside edge of that right foot, or if you prefer, the outside edge of that right foot. So just check that everything feels comfortable. You can use your opposite hand to help get the foot in place. You could always have a strap around the foot as well. That might be helpful. But really try and work on creating a right angle through that hip. And the left hand then can rest on the floor. If you feel okay, keep that left knee bent, or try extending that left leg away. Really drawing softly through the right arm. And if it feels too much, you know, you can always hold the ankle, you can always hold the back of the knee, you can wrap your arms around there. And again, it's a shape that if we had a little bit more time, we'd stay longer, but just a couple of breaths. If you've extended that left leg, bend the left knee. Start to release the right leg, straighten it out for a moment, maybe wiggle toes, point and flex the foot, some ankle rotation. And then bend that right knee, pop that right foot on the floor. Let's go on the opposite side. So we start, the thigh comes towards the chest, but for half happy baby, we want the thigh to move away from the chest and down to the side of the body. You can use then the opposite hand to help you reach and connect where is most comfortable. Hand on inside edge of foot or outside edge of the foot. I'll hold the outside edge, I think, today. My left arm's on the inside of that left knee. And I'm just slowly drawing that knee towards the floor. And it might feel better in your body to keep that right leg bent, or you might feel it's more appropriate to have that right leg extended. Just check in there and we breathe. Just doing the best that we can, not about, remember what we look like, but just maintaining that sort of internal focus. As you're ready to breathe out, the next time we'll bend that right knee, pop the foot back on the floor, begin to release that left leg, let it extend away. Yeah, you can point and flex or wiggle the toes, whatever's necessary just to ease into that left leg. And then we'll bend that leg, pop the foot back on the floor. And then we'll release the back, bring the knees in towards the chest. And rock a little from side to side. So we've worked in these few movements and moments around the hips, the legs. So we'll let that go now. Let the legs extend. Let the arms just relax wherever's comfortable alongside the body. Spread the back of the body against the floor. We'll take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And sigh that exhale out through the mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. In through the nose. And again, in through the nose. And begin to wiggle fingers and toes. A little bit of movement. So in a short space of time, we've released through the hips and the legs and the back. Just a short little practice. Really helpful if you've been sitting for a while, if you've been stuck in a car, if you've been sat at a desk. Just to put a few little movements into the body just to help it along. When you're ready, roll to whichever side's most comfortable. Take a breath there, and when you're ready, push yourself up. Come into a seated position. Sit nice and tall. And palms together at the heart center. Thank you, everyone. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.